So, good evening, everybody. I want to welcome you to our Healthy Living Revolution Zoom event. My name is Carolyn Russ, and I will be hosting along with several other wonderful people, Deb Corder, Terry Ackmus, which I never pronounce right. We just have to do a separate training on that. And Nancy Rogers primarily are the people, and also Sandy Trissler. We've got some great stories to share with you. But we're here on a mission tonight to help inspire healthy living. This is going to be relaxed and fun. You don't have to buy anything or sign up for anything. It's information and stories that we hope is inspiring. And as you listen to this, you might think of somebody in your life who would also like to hear this information. And we can talk about how to get it to them later. But I want to thank you for coming and sit back and enjoy. And we're going to take off here.
So I'm Debbie. How is everyone tonight? You're all glowing. I'm glad that you're all here. You know, there's no doubt that we all want to be healthy. And it's challenging today, isn't it? We want to look good. I know I do. And I want to feel good. And we want to live a nice long life. But how do we make that happen? There's so much conflicting information out there. Just go up and down the aisles of Walmart and you look at all those things that are out there. There's so much information and diets that are going around and fad diets, and they're complicated and unpleasant and they're just confusing. So that's where our team comes in. I'd like to introduce you to a movement called the Healthy Living Revolution. And all of my friends and I, along with thousands of others around the world, are part of a unique community where we come together and we take our health back in ways that are simple, cost-effective, and fun. So the goal of this Healthy Living Revolution is to come alongside families like you all, meet them right where they are, and help them make simple, positive changes. So let me take you through 3 different doorways that we go through to inspire healthy living. One of them is free resources, nutritional support, and the amazing organization that makes it all possible. The team at the Healthy Living Revolution has created a selection of awesome resources for families to use. And some of my favorites are like the Healthy Living Revolution cookbook, just filled with great recipes. We have a shred guide and a shred cookbook that, these recipes are awesome and easy, and they actually taste good, so that's a good thing. And we have short webinars on trending topics. We have a home workout series that you can just do on your own and you don't have to go to the gym. And we have a Start Strong program designed for children to help teach other children how to be active and have a much better body image about themselves. So if you want to know about any more of these resources or look at them more in depth, you can ask the person who invited you tonight, and we can hook you up with that Healthy Living Revolution website. Another part of our organization is the nutritional support. And we all know that nutrition is the foundation of our health. And it's probably one of the most difficult and challenging these days. The most important source of our nutrients is plants. We need to flood our bodies every day with fresh greens, fresh vegetables, fruits, berries. And they're not just good for us, they're critical for us. And you know that not only just eating fruits and vegetables, but eating that wide variety and getting a fistful every day of from 9 to 13 servings, a fistful size, is what we all have to eat every day. So think about it. How many servings of fresh fruits and vegetables and berries in the rainbow of plants have you had today? Did you have 1 or 2, maybe 3? Well, that's what's challenging, and even the best eaters have difficulties with that. And that's why we're so thankful for the nutritional support of Juice Plus. And my friend Terry is going to tell you all about the scientific background and some really interesting facts about Juice Plus. Terry?
Great. Thanks, Deb. Yeah, so you're talking about the rainbow and 9 to 13 servings and how hard it is to get all of this into our bodies every day. So yes, Juice Plus is the answer. Juice Plus is 30 different raw vine-ripened whole foods that have been put into capsules or chewables. Juice Plus is non-GMO, it's vegan, it's gluten-free. It's better than organic because it's NSF certified to be pure, and what that means is that it's guaranteed to be free from pesticides, herbicides, bacteria, mold, metals, toxins, anything that you wouldn't want to have in your food you won't find in Juice Plus. So I like to call it a salad in a capsule. So how does that work? How do they get all of that nutrition, all of that produce into this little capsule? So what they do to start with is they pick the produce at peak ripeness. Now this is very important because the majority, more than half of the nutrients are developed in the last 48 to 72 hours of ripening. So when you go to the grocery store and get an apple or, some broccoli, whatnot, it has to be picked long before it's ripe in order to be transported to the store. So if it was picked when it was ripe and then, went through the whole process, by the time we got it, it would be mush and you wouldn't want to be buying it. So the nutrient value, the nutrient content in Juice Plus is so much greater than what you'll find in produce from the grocery store. So after it's picked at peak ripeness, it's ground up and juiced using the whole food. So they're using the peels, the seeds, the stems, everything that they can in order to ensure that you're getting all of the nutrition from that plant, that whole food. So an example of why this is so important is if you take an orange, 80% of the vitamin C in that piece of fruit is found in the peel. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't remember the last time I ate an orange peel other than maybe a little bit of a zest, but I don't think that counts. So, when you're not eating that whole food, you're really missing out. So the nutrition, the produce in Juice Plus is that whole food. So you're getting all of that nutrition. So we've picked it, we've ground it, we've juiced it. And then what they do is they dry it slowly at low temperatures, which preserves the enzymes. And they put it into that capsule or chewable. So again, this is the picture. This is the actual capsule, and this is actual chewable, which is, like a fruit snack, but much healthier. So one of the things that I love about Juice Plus is that it's scientifically proven. Juice Plus is the most researched nutritional product in the world. And if you don't believe me, you can ask Siri when we get off the call. You can ask her what is the most researched nutritional product in the world, and she will tell you Juice Plus. Juice Plus has 38 studies that have been published in peer-reviewed medical journals. Journal of Pediatrics, Journal of Nutrition, just a couple of them. It's scientifically proven to support the immune system, which is so important right now as we're entering flu season. Improve cardiovascular wellness, skin, gum health. I mean, the list goes on. So you can rest assured that this nutrition, this product has been studied and studied and studied to make sure that it is exactly what we say it is, what they say it is, the company. And that's just so wonderful. So another great thing about Juice Plus is that it has a nutrition label. So I'm showing you here the label from the fruit blend. It has a nutrition label, not a supplement label. And why that's important is that this is considered a food. Juice Plus is not considered a supplement or a vitamin. This is an FDA-approved nutrition label. It's the same label that you would find on a bag of broccoli or carrots at the grocery store. There are no warning labels on Juice Plus. Not that you can read that, but I promise you there's no warning labels on Juice Plus. Juice Plus is safe for everyone. Safe for pregnant moms, nursing moms, elderly, kids, grown-ups, teenagers, sick people, healthy people. I mean, everybody can take Juice Plus. And there's no contraindications with any medications, which is very important. So in addition to the fruit, so we have 4 different blends. We have the fruit blend, we have the vegetable blend, and then we have our berries. And then our newest member of the family, I'll say, is our omega. And this is a plant-based omega blend with a full array of omegas 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. And why this is so important being plant-based is that instead of using fish to get the omega, and what the fish do is they eat the algae, and then the fish oil is extracted from the fish and put into the supplement. What the Juice Plus company has done is gone directly to the source of the omega, which is the algae itself. So this is a very sustainable way of getting the omegas. And then they also add in tomato seed oil, pomegranate seed oil, sea buckthorn oil. It's supposed to be very good for you. I have it every day, but because I take my omegas. So that is the fourth blend of our family. And then we have a line called Complete. And what this is, a couple different products. So we have the Complete shakes, and these are protein shakes. They come in chocolate and vanilla. They're gluten-free, dairy-free, vegan, high fiber. They have a low glycemic index, which is wonderful for everybody, but especially somebody who has diabetes. They're great for post-workout recovery shake. That's what I do mine daily for. Well, I shouldn't say daily. Daily when I work out. I'm not going to lie. It's not every day. But also for, a breakfast, you can, make a meal replacement out of it depending on what you put into the shakes. So they're wonderful. And then we also have Complete bars, which are like similar to a granola bar. It's good for, on-the-go nutrition. And then lastly, we have Tower Garden. And I don't have mine to show you because it's rather ginormous right now with tomatoes growing on it. But a Tower Garden is our vertical aeroponic growing system. So if you are a gardener, but you don't like to weed, or even if you do like to weed, you can still weed your garden and you can have your Tower Garden. Uses, a fraction of the space of typical gardening, no soil, no weeding, very little water. And it's just a great way to be able to grow your own produce. And you can do it year round. You can move your tower inside and add lights onto the tower, and you can grow year round in your basement. So you don't have to worry about ever having, any recalls on your spinach. And then the last thing I'm going to talk about, and then I'm going to move on to somebody else, is the Shred 10 program. Now, Debbie showed the Shred 10 guide and the cookbook. The Shred 10 is our Jumpstart to Better Health program. So basically, what you do is you are shredding bad habits that don't serve you well, for 10 days while you're taking the Juice Plus capsules and 2 shakes a day. And this is a Jumpstart. And then you kind of maintain this program where you're having, less caffeine, less gluten, dairy, inflammatory things that, are not serving your body well. And this, in addition to, just being a great jumpstart, we have a community and Facebook support group and, the recipes and the cookbooks. And it's just a great program and a great way to jumpstart your health. So whoever invited you tonight can tell you more about that if you're interested. That's called the Shred 10. So I think that's all I have right now, and I'm going to pass it on. We don't have our nurse because she's busy helping to deliver a baby. So I think Sandy is going to take over. Well, she's on, but she's not. She messaged saying that she had to go help. So her phone is on, but she's not on.
Okay.
Yeah. So she may pop in later, but for now we'll go over to Sandy and hear a little bit more about the Juice Plus company.
Yeah. So, Carolyn, did you want me to share about Joey or just about the company?
Just share what you usually share. It's usually a nice mix and combination.
Okay. Well,
Joey has such a powerful story, and you have a powerful story too.
So for us, Juice Plus was kind of a no-brainer. Joey was having electrical shocks to his brain once per second, day and night. And although he was on the ketogenic diet for seizure control, which is way crazy, and he was on multiple medications, that was not being solved. So I found out through a presentation that Carolyn hosted and Wendy McGlone did at the school that he was going to, which is the Special School for Neurological Development, that I found out about Juice Plus, and it was so low in carbohydrate that I said, if you can get me the exact carb information on this, I can calculate this into his meals. And we saw a huge difference in Joey within about 3 weeks. And me being a very skeptical person, I was like, nah, it can't be. But nothing else had changed. And so that time went on 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, and it was like the light was coming on and we were getting our son back. And he was able to understand things he couldn't understand. It wasn't like wading through mud. His thinking wasn't like wading through mud. His response was not staring into space, but it was actually, responding to you appropriately. It was just the neatest thing. And so we were able to wean him off of a medication that he had been on for over 5 years with no breakthrough seizures, which is also amazing. Usually when the brain gets used to a med like that, you'll have seizures when you're weaning off of it, and Joey didn't. And he just started getting better and better, and it was amazing. And so I called Carolyn and I said, so is there any way to get this at a better price? Because I really want to put my whole family on it. We've seen what it's done for Joey, and I'd really like to do that. So she said, yeah, we can meet together and we can talk about it. So we met together, and it happened to be Joey's birthday. And we got there that day, and Joey went right up to Carolyn and said, hi, Mrs. Russ. It's my birthday today. My mom just took me to Walmart to get Ohio State tennis shoes. Would you like to see them? And Carolyn said, yeah. And she was so shocked. And he went out to get the shoes, and she said, is he always like this now? Because she was used to the Joey who was like a gazer. His thinking was like mud. And I said, yeah, pretty much. And she said, wow, I just want to cry. I knew it would help him. I had no idea it would be this fast and this much. I just want to cry. And so, he came back, and Carolyn saw the shoes, and then she showed me the marketing plan. And I said, man, I don't know. I said, I'll have to talk to my husband about it. I mean, I'm a homeschooling mom with 5 kids, one of them being Joey, who is on a crazy diet, very time consuming. I didn't need another thing to do. But when my husband looked at the marketing plan, he said, I think you should do it. And I said, you do? Are you kidding? He said, no, you. If something works, you tell everybody. You may as well get paid for it. And he was right. So, but the more I looked into the product and the research behind it, it is amazing, you guys. The research, there isn't a product out there. Serious. There's not a product out there that has this kind of research. And the more I looked into the research and the more I looked into the company, I knew I would be telling people whether I got paid anything on this or not, because it's for real. The company is very ethical, and I absolutely love it. So, did you want me to talk about the company?
Yeah, just briefly. We don't have to spend a lot of time with that, but people might like to know a little bit.
Yeah, so the company was formed nearly 50 years ago by Jay Martin, who's still at the helm today. It's privately held, debt-free. There's a huge benefits package, a phenomenal benefits package at the top positions. And what I love about this company is not only do they inspire healthy living, but they inspire healthy giving as well. They have now it's called a family health study that enables kids to get Juice Plus for free. They're the title sponsor of the St. Jude Memphis Marathon weekend, and they've raised millions of dollars for St. Jude's. And they're highly involved in the Boys and Girls Clubs of America as well. So if you want to hear any details about that, the person who invited you can let you know. But their dedication to giving is just huge for me. And so I thought, I am so proud to be partnering with a company of this caliber.
Thanks, Sandy. There's such a variety of stories on this call tonight that it's hard to know who we want to hear from next. But I think, Terry, you're a mom on a mission. Tell us a little bit about your experience with Juice Plus.
Sure. Yes, I am a mom. A mom on a mission to get good health into my kids, good nutrition into my kids. So I learned about Juice Plus a little over 2 years ago, actually from Carolyn, when I was at a Williams syndrome convention. My son Toby has Williams syndrome, and it made sense to us for a few different reasons. one, we knew we weren't eating 7 to 13 servings of fresh raw fruits and vegetables every day. And Toby definitely wasn't eating even 1 serving of fresh raw fruits and vegetables. And when we heard that Juice Plus could help with inflammation, and that some individuals a lot of individuals have help with intestinal and gut issues, our ears perked up. Toby was chronically constipated since he was a baby, and we had to give him Miralax every day in order for him to function. And when we heard that maybe this, might help us and we wouldn't have to pump a chemical into him every day, we said, you know what, we're going to give it a shot. So fast forward 4 months, Toby was no longer taking Miralax. He was just taking his Juice Plus, and he was functioning regularly, and he was happy, and he wasn't in pain. And it was just a huge win for us. So that's like my real excitement, is that I was able to help him. And in terms of, his nutrition, like I said, he didn't eat fruits and vegetables, and, now he does a little bit more, still not great. But, I always felt guilty that I wasn't feeding him, or that he wouldn't eat what I wanted him to eat. And I was worried that he wasn't getting the nutrition that he needed. So now I feel like I don't have that mommy guilt anymore. So even if he kind of does have a crappy eating day, I know that he's gotten nutrition from 30 different fruits, vegetables, and berries into him. And, his skin has improved. And like I said, his intestines, his gut. So, that's just so great for us. And then for me, I'm generally have been a healthy person, but I was borderline anemic, and my doctor had told me I would take iron supplements until I went through menopause. So about a year into taking Juice Plus, I decided to stop taking my iron supplements and just kind of see what happened. And I went for my physical this year, and they did the blood work, and she said, oh my gosh, this is so great. This number is good. This number is good. Your triglycerides, your iron is good. You're not anemic. And I looked over at her and I said, I used to be. And she said, I know. And I know you told me you're taking Juice Plus. So obviously it's working. So that was huge, because I don't want to have to put anything into my body that I don't need to. So that's, what Juice Plus has done for us. There's a lot more, but I won't go into everything. I'll save the rest of the stories for another day.
Okay. Thanks so much, Terry. So Nurse Nancy has returned. Apparently all is well in the labor and delivery now. And I don't want to, get too far past the hour, but maybe you could just share. We call it Nancy's Nuggets, Nancy's Nutritional Nuggets. And she has a great story about her daughter and cardiovascular health. And maybe you could just briefly share a little bit about that, Nancy.
Sure. So welcome everyone. And I have a daughter that's 27 that has Williams syndrome, and they have a premature aging pattern along with some cardiovascular and just generalized vasculature issues. She got narrowing of the arteries and high blood pressure early on and was on medication for it. We also thought she was going to need a valve replaced due to some infection that had settled in on the valve. And about 3 years into Juice Plus, she no longer needed her blood pressure medication, along with a whole nother area of medicines that she doesn't need. I'm not saying that, Juice Plus cured her blood pressure issues or her cardiovascular issues, but I can say that that was the only addition or change that we implemented during that time. And her cardiac cath even improved in its contractility and the afterload reduction and just all areas. And that's huge, because those with Williams syndrome lack the elastin gene. That's the basement layer of the arteries. And so it makes it very hard for them to expand and contract and relax and contract. So any improvement as she was aging, especially, we were very grateful for. How long it'll last, we'll just have to see, but at least I have peace of mind at this point in time.
My turn. Thanks, everybody. And so you can tell we have some pretty great stories that we're pretty proud of. And so many of us have some common threads in our story. And for me personally, this is my anniversary month, I guess, or sometimes I call it my mammiversary month, because 13 years ago, September 13 years ago, 2005, I was having surgery for breast cancer, which was not something I had ever planned on, needless to say. And so I thought I ate healthy because I raised my kids on a cookbook that was whole foods for the whole family, but it wasn't about fruits and vegetables. And I didn't know that I needed to flood my body with fruits and vegetables. My mother told me I should eat them, but I didn't know why. And I ate probably 2 servings a day or something. And so somebody shared this with me at just the right time, and it gave me hope. And so Juice Plus became my hope in a capsule. I wasn't looking for a business. I was looking to get healthy. And it did give me a lot of confidence. I didn't have a lot of choices as to what I was going to be doing for the next 9 months. Surgery, chemo, radiation, not my drug of choice, right? And yet I had control over what I could put in my mouth. And my natural choices weren't all that great. My oncologist said, this will fill in the nutritional gap for you. And I went, oh, that's what they say. How do you know that? And she said, because I can read the label. And I went, oh, yeah. She said, well, it's a nutrition fact label. We've already talked about that. So at that time, Rebecca was too old to be on what was then called the Children's Health Study. We call that buy one, get one free. And I, like Sandy, was like, well, our whole family needs to be taking this. How can I get the best possible price? And so I asked the person who shared it with me, and she explained that to me. And I went, okay, just, sign us up. And so then we just proceeded forward with my treatment plan. And I came out at the other end and began to feel lots healthier, and was told that I actually did well during all that process compared to some other people. So Rick, like Lee, looked at the marketing plan after I was healthier, and he said, Kelly, you'd be crazy not to do this. And I've always loved helping other people. And there have been so many people that have helped me in my life that it was an opportunity for me to pay it forward to others. So that's kind of my, a little bit of my product story and how I got started with the company. One of the things that we really looked at seriously, I hadn't worked like in a real job, other than my little school job up at the Nicholas School for many years. We had chosen that I would stay home. And so I didn't have this big fancy resume, that's for sure. And we kind of said, well, gosh, this is something you could retire into instead of out of. And at the end of the rainbow, or the end of the marketing plan, if you go through all the steps, is a leadership position that offers full healthcare benefits. And that was something that was important to us. It's still important to us. My husband is in Dallas, or trying to get home from Dallas today, and was in a meeting. And he said this was just the strangest thing, because we all sat down and this guy said, well, you're going to have to finish this project on your own. I was riffed today. I forget what riff means, but basically fired. And we've lived with that for years and years and years, because he's in technical sales, and they are not companies with a heart like Juice Plus is. And so this really became like getting a discount, and then it soared to plan B and plan A for a retirement opportunity. And so it can be what anybody wants it to be. We love everybody. Everybody gets to do what they want to do. But that's just my part of the story. So I just want to thank everybody for taking your time tonight to join us. We're excited to partner with basically 2 different kinds of people. Some people listen to this and they go, oh, I'm ready to take the next step. And that might be, you want to check out the Healthy Living Revolution and the free resources. Or maybe you're ready to make life easier by adding Juice Plus, and it only costs $2 or $3 a day. That's one of the things that we love. It's priced, everything we have is priced to be no more than a cup of Starbucks a day. Kids can get Juice Plus for free. It's probably the simplest, most convenient, and affordable way to get massive amounts of the best nutrition ever into your family. Then there's another group of people who are wanting to supplement, earn a stable residual income to expand their options. And those people still have helpers' hearts. And that's what I love about this. Everybody you've heard speak tonight has a helper's heart. And so there can be different scenarios. The Freedom Revolution gives parents financial peace of mind that they can choose mom and dad care instead of daycare. Hardworking professionals, and you might think, oh, well, they're professionals. They would have no interest. But, you know, it gives them a choice. They're tired of beating their brains out 70, 80 hours a week. And they can do this on the side and eventually retire into it if they wanted to. College kids, they're a really great fun group. They can do this as a side gig instead of flipping hamburgers. And it's a residual income, so they can build a steady little check that comes every single month and focus more on their studies. And then there's empty nesters, which I'm sort of, but not quite, one of those. And it just allows you to increase your opportunities during retirement years. And all of it takes place using our simple system within this positive, fun community that we call the Juice Plus family. So you might ask yourself, who do I know that needs to hear about this? What if Juice Plus could help them? I mean, you know how you go to church and you're listening to the sermon and you go, oh, I need so-and-so and so, and I wish they were here. And so if you have somebody that you wish were here, we invite you to invite them back with us next week. We do it every week. And we love doing these calls. They're different every time. And so make sure you get with the person that invited you to get the Healthy Living Revolution website link and to touch base. And that we always like to hear what you think. And I'm going to turn this off, and then we can have time for questions if we want to. And I appreciate all of you being here. Have a great rest of your evening.